Okay, how to clean catfish. Okay, welcome to Mossy Head Bait Company. And what we're going to be looking at today is a little different way of cleaning catfish. Okay, these catfish were caught on the Tennessee River. They're blue cats, and we caught them on a wrap fishing system using mainly shrimp with menhaden oil and of course our famous wrap that we put our bait in. Okay, catfish. Most people, as you know, now this is the typical blue cat. We caught 63 of these on the fishing trip. Really nice fish, about maybe 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. We got them up to about 6 or 7. But I think most people, when they see people clean catfish, you know, they hang them up and take a pair of pliers. They take the skin off, and then they fillet the fish. And that's good. You could do that, but it is time consuming. I'm going to show you a way to clean catfish that's a lot quicker. All right, so this is just a technique I use on fish about this size. I start out just like this, and you kind of got to know the nomenclature of the fish, how they're put together. So as you clean catfish this way, you just gain experience. Okay, now I know that the rib line is right along here, right along this area right here. Okay, from many years of cleaning catfish. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fillet off. I'm going to leave the skin on and we'll take the fillet off. And the way that I do that is I start right here, and I cut just about right there, and then I go on the other side and I do the same thing. About right there. Okay. Then what I do is I'm going to take this catfish now. The way you handle this catfish and how you twist him and turn him, and the angle is important. So I'm kind of controlling. I'm using an angle of the knife like this, but I'm also turning the fish, you know, to get the right angle to keep the knife next to the bone. All right, so I'm kind of going to start right here, and I know that the, you know, the spine goes all the way up here, the rib cage and the spine. So I'm going to just sit that in there like that, and I cut right down to it. I can feel it. I can feel the backbone. Okay, so I got that meat loosened down there, and now I know the rib cage is right along here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of line that knife up. Okay, I'm going to kind of come in here, and I just kind of feel with the tip of the knife where the rib cage is. And then when I don't feel it no more, I go all the way through. I push that knife all the way through like that. And now I'm going to kind of twist the knife a little bit this way, get that angle down to the bone so I don't leave any meat. Now watch me as I do this knife. I'm also working the fish. So I just kind of get it going here, and I just kind of take it off just like that. Okay, now all that fillet is cut away there, and what I'm going to do now is I turn the fish up on in, because I really want to save as much of this meat as I can, and I just kind of come in like this, and I just cut that meat away. Now here's the rib cage right here, so you see what I'm doing? See how that meat just falls away from that rib cage? And I just finish it off. I just follow that rib cage around like that. Then when I know, see, that's all rib cage right there. You can hear it. Now I know what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to press the knife down, the whole blade, and I'm going to kind of work this fillet a little bit, cut it right off the rib cage. All right. Now here's the slick part of it. Okay, so that's just a traditional fillet. Ouch. Traditional fish fillet. Now the trick here is you don't want to cut through the skin. You want to leave the skin, complete clean separation from the skin from the fillet. Now if you take this and start right here and go down it, a lot of times you're going to cut through the skin. Now most people are going to eat catfish in pieces about this big anyway, so what I do is I just basically, this is going to be one serving, a piece of fish for a person. So I just kind of slice down to the skin. See there? There's the skin right there. And then I just turn that knife, okay? And I got it really flat, and I'm pressing down. And I just remove that nice fillet and leave the skin behind. Now, here's another piece for another person. Again, I just cut down to the skin. You can see the skin right there. I turn the knife, I press down hard, just take the meat right off. Again, down there on this last piece. Now in the end, what I do is I grab it and I'm going to work this skin like that real fast as I do the blade. Like that. And there we go. Leave the skin behind and you're done.